If we go right up to Judith at the back. Thanks.
Hi, if a person is fatigued all the time, is it me not just feeling my fear and the emotions behind the fear?
Fatigue can be caused by the suppression of all sorts of emotions, Judith, not just fear. Fear obviously is a big part of it, but you could be suppressing shame, for example, or some other emotion, sadness. It just depends on what emotion you're suppressing that causes exhaustion. Exhaustion, very similar. Eventually, if you live in it, it can turn into depression, right? Because we're trying to suppress our emotional state. Basically suppress it all. So what I would do is look at, take some action in terms of looking at your underlying belief systems about emotion itself. Does that make sense? Like, what do you believe about emotion? You see it as a weakness. You see it as a place of powerlessness. You feel others will manipulate you if you allow others to feel that you're emotional about different things. What are your feelings? You need to analyse what are your feelings for yourself and find out what your blockages to feeling emotion is and what your blockages to taking action on the subject are. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So a lot of our work is about our resistance, right? We have resistances and we need to overcome them. You've got to make sure, though, that a lot of these resistances are not just stories you're telling yourself so that you don't have to feel something that's painful, right? Those kind of resistances don't have to be felt. They're just stories you've fed yourself. The resistances that have to be felt are the resistances that were created in your childhood as a result of your family of origin suppressing the experience of emotion. So these kind of resistances are things like fear of violence, fear of attack, fear of being laughed at and ridiculed, and so forth. These are more soul-based resistances that are caused by our underlying history, the childhood history. So that's where I would go. Find your resistances from your childhood history. That'll open you up to the experience, yeah.